The Blue Blur's got a new movie coming out, his third one. Silent Hill 2 is coming out, new trailer for that. Tomb Raider's got a show coming out, new trailer for that. And there's a surprise video game that no one was expecting. There's a trailer out for that too. Stick around, EverGeeky Spinoff coming your way. What is up, everybody? Garrett back here. Ever trending story spin-off show, the EverGeeky spin-off, part of Odd Pods Media. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, evening, week, month, year, whenever you're listening to this. Hope you're having a good one. We have got some crazy stuff to go over today, and we are not going to waste any time. We're going to keep this quick. We're going to keep it moving. So, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to hop into a movie trailer. Just dropped today, which is exciting. I've been waiting for this one. There was some talk on the web of when the trailer was going to drop, and they just kept hinting and hinting, and it's here today. And I've not seen this yet. I've had my coworkers talk to me about it and say it looks pretty good. I am pretty jazzed to check it out. So let's give Sonic the Hedgehog 3 a chance.
Sonic, you finally found your family.
Try to keep up.
I know it hasn't always been easy, but you didn't change who you are in here.
Yeah, in my lungs.
Or your heart.
Ben Schwartz is so good.
There's been a high-level security breach. And we need Team Sonic's immediate assistance. Project Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered.
Shadow's story began a lot like your Sonic. But where you found family and friends, Shadow found only pain and loss.
All right, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find it?
Start with the giant fireball?
I love it. Let's start with a giant fireball.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
No, no! My turn. Can we just talk about this? He's too powerful. Sonic! I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need you-know-who.
Oh,
This is a bad idea.
When has that ever stopped me?
Doctor,
We have visitors.
this is sad, Robotnik. Even for you.
We need your help.
On one condition. Let's do this!
If I can't rule the world, I might as well save it. I need room.
But, sir, I don't have the proper materials.
Found some.
When we're done, there won't be anything left.
Hey, no cheat code!
What did you do?
What I had to.
there's a lot to this trailer. Holy cow.
Welcome home, my boy.
It's impossible.
Is it?
It couldn't be.
Couldn't it?
I am...
Are you? In the saggy flesh.
Okay, that looks fun. Definitely gave away way more than I thought they were going to. That was a long trailer, which I've talked about before on the show, that there's just too much stuff given away. There's a lot of fights going on, and I know it's like a 3-minute trailer, but so much of that is probably just going to happen that, I don't know. It just seems like they definitely could have just kept the shadow stuff to a minimum, and it would have been great. Like I talked about a couple episodes ago when Captain America Brave New World trailer. That's perfect. That was the perfect trailer because it didn't give away a whole lot. There was still a lot of action in it, but I feel like that one was just enough. There's a lot of stuff going on in this one. They showed off Keanu as Shadow, which people were very excited about. I was pretty excited about it. And hearing it, I don't know if it necessarily fits. Keanu's he's very monotone. He's very drawn back, and maybe it'll work for his character. But if you ever had the unfortunate opportunity to play Shadow the Hedgehog, which I did on the GameCube back in the day, it was bad. It was a bad game. They better give Shadow a gun in this one at least, just once, because that was the whole thing. You were like he almost like skated. He was like a roller skating hedgehog with a pistol, and he said like "damn" and stuff because he was an edgy hedgehog, and it was not very good. I remember playing that first level and being like, "What is going on with this game?" Never beat it. I really don't have any interest in bringing that one up again. But the voice actor for him was very expressive and really kind of put the emotion into being this tortured hedgehog. And like I said, this is just a glimpse of the movie. So maybe when we get into the full thing, we'll actually hear Keanu's full stuff. Not that he's ever been like super duper into putting emotion behind his words, because even like watching the first Matrix not even that long ago, it's fine. I mean, I shouldn't say it's fine. It's a great movie. Keanu's acting is not spectacular, but overall I feel like it still fit the movie. Looking forward to that one. I saw a post earlier that this movie is gonna go head to head with Disney's Mufasa in theaters like December 20th. Sonic 3 is going to win. You've got Keanu and a continuation of these Sonic movies, which have done way better than they had any right to be. Remember that test footage when the first Sonic showed up, like the movie, and they're like, "Oh, we got this new movie coming," and then they showed Sonic, and he looked just way too real, and people were like, "You guys have to change this now," and they were just like, "Okay," and they made it look closer to, they made it look closer to this, like actual Sonic with the big goofy eyes. Sometimes I wish this thing would just focus better. There. They made it look like Sonic instead of some weird hybrid of video game but in real life. There's a balance you have to strike when you do these kind of things to make people interested in your product. This is how they know Sonic. They don't know him as this. And you just have to do that. You have to make it look like what they're used to. That's what made it successful. That's how they made a sequel, which was great. I loved the sequel. They made a 6-episode or so run for Paramount Plus for Knuckles. I haven't seen it yet because I don't have Paramount Plus anymore. I haven't really heard anything good or bad about it. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. But movie comes out December 20th. Should be a good time. Looking forward to that one. Maybe I'll actually have to take the kids to see that one in the theater because I do believe that they like the other two movies. So I'll have to check that out. Okay. The next thing that I have is a trailer for a Netflix show, which I had zero idea was coming out. And that's one of two surprises that I got for this video today. So this next one is the Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft Netflix teaser, and here we go.
Lara Croft, their glorious return.
Sometimes I swear you have a death wish.
We are the same, Miss Croft. We have both had everything taken from us. You think danger is your friend. Run! How much longer can you persevere?
If this is the life you've chosen, don't make the same mistakes he did.
Lara!
Who are you? Grief, death, and destruction.
No!
You are
Failure,
revenge and anger. You are
pain, grief. Who are you? Failure.
October 10th. You know what? Doesn't look terrible. There was some discourse on the internet, believe it or not, about Lara Croft's body in that teaser. I don't get it. I think she looked fine. People are expecting the skinny waist, big box boobed Laura because that's what they're, sold. They're thinking of Angelina Jolie's Laura, which at the time when those movies came out, I saw at least one of them in theaters, if not both. I enjoyed those movies. I have not revisited them in so long. I have no idea how well they aged. I also never owned a PlayStation, so my experience with Tomb Raider is the demo disc that my cousin had, because he had a PlayStation, for Tomb Raider 2. And I don't know if I ever actually beat the demo. It was hard. That game was hard to control. I do own all of the new ones. Have not touched them. And I do own the newest Tomb Raider movie that came out with Alicia Vikander, I think is how you pronounce her name, and she plays Lara. And that one is more based on the more recent games. You know what? I had fun with that movie. I thought it was great. I thought she did a really good job portraying Laura and how they made that story work for that. Like I said, I never played the game, so I don't know how well the movie follows the game storyline, but it was still an enjoyable movie. I felt like I enjoyed that more than the Angelina Jolie ones. Like I said, I haven't seen those in 20 years. It's probably been that long, honestly. I mean, I don't have a lot of time for watching shows, as evidenced by everything else that I do. I still haven't finished Twisted Metal. I'm slowly getting through the Marvel movies. I just finished Dark Phoenix. It's not good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I got my my X-Men Marvel shirt on. I found that while cleaning my room today. It's pretty sweet. They took X-Men's and put them on Mega Man sprites. It's pretty sweet. I don't know. It looks fine. I don't know if I'll ever actually end up watching it. I watched like one episode of Netflix's Castlevania, and I heard that was pretty good. I liked the episode, but I just never got into it. Moving right along, we are going to check out the other surprise one that I had no idea was. Someone posted this on X, and I was like, all right, let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can figure out with this. I'm not even going to tell you what this is. We're just going to watch this together because I haven't seen this yet. And here we go.
Titans attacked out of nowhere.
Hello, this
You know what it
is
is yet?
Stacy Martin. Please leave a message after the beep.
No one can tell why here. Why now?
Great video.
All I know is that somewhere among that chaos and destruction is my daughter.
Yikes. gameplay actually doesn't look too bad. Like it's a side scroller with some
I will
fighting
do
and
anything to find Stacy.
Monarch's back. Can't figure it out yet.
But I can't do it alone.
Big old spider. Oh, there he is. There he is, everybody. You know, why not? Why not make a video game about King Kong from the movie franchise and turn it into some side-scrolling video game where you are playing a protagonist looking for his daughter who's somehow lost in the city. And you would think that with their big budget for those movies that they could, you know, have some faith in making a video game out of it and put some money behind it to hire a semi-decent VO guy, because that sounds awful. That guy was the opposite of Keanu. He was, I gotta save my daughter. Where's my daughter? Like, just too much into it. There's a balance you have to find to play a grieving father looking for his daughter in this almost barren city that everyone is like gone from. Just from the footage that they showed, there wasn't a whole lot of people aside from some soldiers that are probably working for Monarch to like stop him from doing that. Little snippets, of course, so obviously it's not a full representation, but and I love side-scrolling stuff. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be like a Metroidvania type thing where you have to solve this puzzle and then to go back here and do that, or if it's just going to be one continuous thing where you have to like, oh, in this section you solve this puzzle, and then you get to this section, you solve this puzzle, then there's a boss fight, then oh, off to the next level. They did not give any of that away. Had no idea this was coming out. Like I said, someone just posted it on X, and I'm like, oh boy, this looks bad. So I had to share it. I have not yet seen Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. I have been waiting for my wife to watch that one with me because I know she wanted to watch it. We both watched Godzilla versus Kong when that one came out on Max, and it was something. I was actually talking to one of my coworkers about this a couple weeks ago. Oh, maybe more than that. I don't know when it was, but just for how good the MonsterVerse started, when everyone started doing like, oh, the Marvel has a cinematic universe, we should all do cinematic universes, and so far none have even come remotely close to the success of the MCU. Because what do you have? You've got the Godzilla MonsterVerse, which is, I wouldn't say thriving, it's surviving. And then you had the Dark Universe, which they were going to reboot all of the Universal monsters, starting with Tom Cruise's The Mummy. Did anybody see that? I saw it at a thrift store and figured, you know what? Let's just pick it up. It's like $3. It's gotta be worth $3. Still haven't watched it yet. I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't have a lot of time to watch movies, so if I want to watch something, I want to make sure it's going to be worth my time, or if I'm just really in the mood to like rip into something. Maybe it'll be something I do for like the show, where I just kind of watch a bad movie and just like do a review of it or something, you know. I'll put all that negativity on YouTube that people love it. Haven't watched it yet. Haven't heard good things, and they canceled that universe like immediately because I think they had Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll and eventually Mr. Hyde. They had like all the people picked out for it already. Like craziness. I was really, I don't know. I was secretly hoping for them to get a universe going, because why not? Why not just have these interconnected movies? Give us something to look forward to. But anyway, that's yeah, that's all I can think of for universes. That game will definitely not even be on my radar unless it's like a couple dollars, and I'll check it out. Sometimes I love playing bad games. I wanted to start like doing let's plays of some really bad games that I've purchased over the years. I have one. It's called Arthur's Quest or something like that, and I picked this up at Walmart. It's one of 2 games I got at Walmart. It was in like one of the bins in the middle of the aisle for $5 or something. And it was a great concept. It was a first-person game where you play as Arthur, going to get the sword and taking back the kingdom. And obviously I shouldn't have expected too much from it because it's a $5 budget game. And it's hard. I remember like playing it and getting to the end, but I cheesed it because there's a glitch I found accidentally where on your journey as Arthur, you come across fairies, and the fairies will lift your health, like raise your health up. It's like experience points in an RPG. They'll raise your health up, your defense up, and your magic up or something. I think there's like 2 or 3 things. And what happens in the game is maybe it's your attack. I think that was the 3rd thing. So health, defense, attack. In the game, when you go to the fairy, you hit like F2 or I don't remember what button it is. You just hit a button and the fairy does a little spin and then gives you your magic and then poofs away and she's gone. However, all they did was hide her character. She's still there. So if you sit there and just hit that button, like as soon as she's done giving you magic, it will just keep bumping your stats up. So like you see the first fairy in like the first part of the game, and all of a sudden your health is like all the way up as high as it can go. So yeah, you would just cheese the stats. And I remember getting to the end of the game and the boss just took forever, but she couldn't hurt me. Like she would come up to me and just shink and just nothing. So you could just beat the game like that. It was kind of neat. It's a fun one. It's a little weird, but it was fun. The other one was like I was an atomic mutant, and that one's not very good. But maybe I'll have to do those 2. Just kind of flesh this channel out a little more. Have some fun. Okay. Once again, apparently I have issues. Because there's one more thing that popped up on here I haven't even seen yet. And because I'm currently reading The Lord of the Rings, I am in the final section of the book where Sam and Frodo are making their way to Mount Doom. And actually, that's the chapter I'm on right now, is Mount Doom, which is pretty cool. There is a new trailer for The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Rohirrim? I don't know how you pronounce any of the words in these books. This is an animated movie distributed by Warner Bros., so it's going to be great. Wink, wink. Here we go. I really want to watch it again. Once I finish the book, I'm going to watch it again.
All Middle-earth knows the tale of the War of the Ring. But 200 years before that,
Riders of the Mark! Brothers of Rohan!
there was an older tale.
Arise!
We come with an offer to strengthen Rohan.
Hedda, daughter of Helm, I, Wolf, seek your hand in marriage.
Our fathers speak as if I were not even in the room. I do not want to marry you.
You do not seek an alliance. You seek a throne. You will live to regret this, old man. He's dead. You will pay for this with your life.
The boy I knew would never wish for war.
The boy you knew is gone.
There's so many of them. I pledged to fight for my king.
You know nothing of war.
I'm the fastest rider you have. People need hope, Hera. Something to believe in.
My pride, my joy. You could rule the world.
You think I am afraid of you?
You should be.
What does Mordor want with rings?
Okay. So I have no idea if that's based on an actual thing. Something tells me it's not. Because of everything that just happened on that trailer. I'm kind of at a loss for that because the animation looks great. But what I don't like, I think I've touched on this before, you have an existing IP. J.R.R. Tolkien created Lord of the Rings whenever he did. He wrote the 3 books for that. He wrote The Hobbit and The Silmarillion, as far as my knowledge goes, and that's it. And none of those character names sound familiar at all from anything that I've read, anything that I've seen before. So, are they creating new stuff within the Lord of the Rings? Because I don't like that. It's fan fiction. And there's a place for fan fiction, and it's online in written form. Or if you want to go on YouTube and make your own stuff, that's fine. To me, fan fiction does not belong in the movie theater like that. Now, I didn't think this through all the way, so there's still some pieces in there. Because as I was saying that, I was like, well, what about the MCU? It's like, well, the MCU is at least taking characters that are already established, and they are taking storylines, and they're kind of making them fit more cinematically. That I'm okay with. But to me, they're literally just going in and creating this story that happened that technically shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? I don't know. I gotta think about my mindset with that, and maybe I'll change my mind. But it looks interesting. Definitely won't see that in theaters though. That'll be streaming when that comes out on Max. And let's see, that's at holiday, so December. So probably it'll be on Max in January or February. My estimate. Yeah, that's weird. Speaking of weird, last one here is something I've been excited for a very long time, and I really hope my PC can run it. PlayStation is finally getting real close to releasing Silent Hill 2, the remake, and this is the story trailer for it.
James? Honey? Did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful.
Unreal how this looks.
In my restless dreams, I see that town.
You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place.
Just put the gun to their head.
You can't just kill someone because the way they looked at you.
You should see your face, team.
Let go!
I'm sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
This place is different from what I remember. I don't think she's here anymore.
This whole town might be best if you just get out of here.
Yeah, you're right.
You said you took everything. But you forgot that videotape we made.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
I'm not your Mary.
So you are Maria.
I am. If you want me to be.
How do you know about Mary?
You see it too? For me, it's always like this.
Doesn't matter who I am. I am here for you, James. See? I'm real.
Awesome. October 8th. So in not that much time.
PlayStation.
Pretty pumped for that. First time I ever played Silent Hill was on a demo disc from my brother's Xbox. There's a demo for Silent Hill 4: The Room. And it was weird because I'd never played a game like I guess that kind before. Maybe I'd played Eternal Darkness on the GameCube. This is kind of when I was starting to get into my like scary game stuff because I never was able to watch scary movies because no one would watch them with me at the house, and scary games were also a no-go. I remember renting Eternal Darkness from a rental store where my grandma lived and had so much fun with that game because that one really messed with you. And then Xbox, because my brother was subscribed to the official Xbox magazine, they would send every month a magazine with a demo disc. And it had like 8 to 10 demos on it. It was always fun just to play some new games. I kind of wish that more games would put demos out everywhere. But I played Silent Hill 4 and it was weird, but I enjoyed it. I really did. And then forgot about it, basically, until in 2006, I believe, when they came out with Silent Hill Homecoming on the Xbox and PlayStation and PC, I think, and released that pretty close with Silent Hill the movie. And I remember going with a buddy to go see Silent Hill in theaters, and it was great. It was gross. It was scary. It was, I don't know how well it followed the story at that time, but I enjoyed it. And I really liked Homecoming. It was fun. Some of the controls were a little wonky, but the puzzle solving was great. I liked the story. I liked the theme. I liked all of it. I had fun with it. And then the next one I played was Downpour, which was also on the Xbox. And I fell in love with that game. I would love to revisit that one and try to beat it again. I think I only beat it one time. There were some difficult parts in it for sure, and I think the run I was doing last when I played it, however long ago, was you can't kill the bad guys aside from like the main bosses, like the little grunts that are running around town. If you let them live, you get a different ending because that game would change your ending based on how many like items you looked at, how many items you picked up, like all these different things that go into it. It's crazy. So I'm trying to like not kill as much of the bad guys because I want to see what the different endings are for those achievements on Xbox. I played Silent Hill Shattered Memories on the Wii, and that is a fantastic game. If you can find that one for cheap, be it on the Wii or the PlayStation 2, do it. It's a fun game. It tells a great story. It's more interactive. It's like a reimagining of the first one, in a way. It's fun. I liked it. I wish that these games were just more accessible instead of paying hundreds of dollars to pay for a copy. I did find a copy of Silent Hill 2 for the PlayStation 2 on Facebook Marketplace. Someone was selling it for, I don't remember, $50. Just the game. I don't think it came with the case. I think it was just the game. And I'm like, I have to have this. Because the only other game that I have was the HD collection that came out that had Silent Hill 2 and 3 remastered, and they're bad. People say they're bad. I played through both of them. I didn't have any problems with it, but I know people say they're bad. I do own 4 on the computer, so maybe I'll have to download that and play that again too. But that's all I've played. I've never played the original Silent Hill because it's too friggin' expensive. And I'm not a pirate, so I don't like to sail the seas and play games that way, and I don't like to emulate because I'd just rather play it on the thing it's intended. But I don't know, maybe I'll have to check that out at some point. I am a little disappointed that they are releasing the second one as a remake instead of like starting with the first one, but I feel like it's because they're also making a sequel to Silent Hill, the original one, not Revelations. They're making a sequel to Silent Hill called Return to Silent Hill, which is based on the second game. And Christoph Gans, who did the first one, is doing the second one. So I'm sure that's why it's coming out that way. But yeah, it should be great. That game looks awesome. Like I said, I really hope my PC can run it. It's a gamble sometimes. I can play like God of War on here, and the graphics are turned down a little bit, but it still runs pretty good. We'll have to see how it runs. But that is everything I have to talk about. Thank you so much for checking this out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell if you want notifications. This show is also released as a podcast under the Ever Trending Story podcast. Wherever you can listen to shows, it's on there. If you would give us a subscribe and a download, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Check out all the people of Odd Pods Media that our show is with. A couple of them are on YouTube too, like From the Middle and Grab the Brisket and Beer in Front and Infectious Groove. Everybody's there, so it's a good time. We're all some cool people that have lots of different things to talk about. We're sure to tickle one of your fancies, I'm sure. So until next time, peace.